Ba-da-bum, ha-bum, bum, ba-da-bum, ba-ba-ba-da-bum, da-ba-ba-ba-da-bum. I guess I do need my hat after all. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Monday night mini medicine card reading. I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman. Hi, Ty. Awesome. I haven't even got my paper and pen out yet. And you're number one on the list. Hi, Emerald. Yay, you made it. Okay, let me find my pen. Welcome, everybody. Let's see if I can shift. All right. Awesome. Come on in, everybody. Welcome. I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman, and we are going to do some medicine card readings. As soon as I can find my pen, I had a pen. All right. Hi, Sage. All right, so we have Ty, Emerald, and Deb. I think that's everyone. Yeah, so welcome everybody. If you are here for the first time, the way this works, the first 6 people to comment yes get a 1-card medicine card reading. So if you would like a 1-card reading, all you have to do is comment yes, and the only thing I ask in return is if you would please share this video. A little bit out of breath. I was at the river all day today pretty much. I was at a different location. I had to hurry up and get over here because where I was before, a lot of people show up and I needed some solitude and quiet to do this. So thank you everyone for joining me. Welcome. Let's see. Again, if you're new here and you want a 1-card reading, we have 3 so far. So we got room for 2 more. No, 3 more. Duh. So I'm in such a hurry. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but oh well. Hi, Jenny. All right, I got you down. You're number 4. And so once the 6 slots are filled up, what I always tell people is to just choose a number between 1 and 6. And I suppose you can do that anyway. Get a bonus guidance. And like I always recommend too is even if you have a specific card coming just for you, just kind of pay attention as we go along, because a lot of times there'll be something I say for somebody else that is applicable to you as well. So, and I'm gonna try to be brief with my guidance tonight because like I said, I was at the beach, at the river all day today, so my phone is a little bit low. So I'm gonna try to get through all of these before my phone dies. So welcome and thank you, and please share this video. You can share it to your page, or you can tag people in the comments or something. So I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. All right, so first up is Ty. All right, Ty, you got horse in reverse. Horse is about power. You know, even engines today are still judged in horsepower, right? And horses are that, even though they're such a powerful animal, they tend to be, I mean, they can be wild too, but they tend to be gentle. It's like they feel their power. They are their power. They don't have to prove it, right? They don't have to prove to anyone that they're powerful. And I'm feeling like this might be related to you in that maybe you've lost sight of your own power. Like it's time to reclaim your power, and it can be as easy as just sitting and just declaring, I now call my power back from anyone who has taken it, from anyone who I've given it, from anyone who has it without my permission. I call my power back now, and call that power back. And the other thing that horse embodies is expansion. I always kind of call horse the original internet, right? It was horse that allowed us to go from isolated villages to bigger and bigger global communities, right? Opening up trade routes, etc., carrying us further than we could walk, faster than we could walk, carrying more things than we could carry. So horse was kind of the original internet and expanded our horizons. And so when horse comes up in reverse, it could be a needing, it's like being too close. It's kind of a forest for the trees kind of situation where you're too close, you can't see your own power, and it's time to really pay attention to what empowers you. What is it that brings joy? You know, we tend to spend so much time, like I was talking to someone who had taken a marketing class, and as one of their tests, they had to do a speech about something, and half of the room wasn't interested, and half of the room was enthusiastic about it. And time after time, apparently, the person spent all their time trying to convince the people who weren't interested rather than attending to the people who were. And it's kind of like we can do that in our own lives where, well, I could do that, that would be fun, but I really need to get this done. Or, you know, it's like focusing on your strengths, focusing on what brings you joy. What makes you feel whole? What makes you feel powerful? And do that. That is the priority over, you know, doing anything. It's like seeking alignment first, seeking your power first. Because if you're not in alignment and you try to do things, they're just not going to work. And at best, you're just going to be rearranging boxes. You're not going to be creating real change. So find something, just one thing that you enjoy, that you love. And for like just a day, focus on what that is, focus on how that makes you feel. And as you start to feel that power increasing because you're focusing on what brings you joy. And joy, whatever brings you joy, that's where your power is. And being joyful is more important than doing things right or fulfilling obligations or responsibilities. And I know there's a whole bunch of side trips I could take with that and qualifying statements, but I think you know what I mean. It's when we're in our joy that we are the most powerful, and it's when we're in our joy, in alignment, that we accomplish more. One person alignment is more powerful than 1,000 people who aren't. So find the things that bring you joy. That's your power. Focus on your strengths. Even if it's some wackadoodle weird thing that you think nobody would be interested in, if it interests you, do that thing. You know, I think back on my favorite teachers in school, and it wasn't that I loved whatever subject they had, but if the teacher was passionate about what they were teaching, that passion is engaging, that passion is contagious, right? So do whatever brings you passion, whatever you're passionate about, no matter how weird or silly you might think it is. Like I read, like Martha Beck, one of my favorite authors, was saying, if all you do that brings you joy is sit and watch shows on Bigfoot, just do that, because eventually something is going to happen. All of a sudden, you're going to be on TV talking about Bigfoot, and that's where your income is going to come from. And your passion for the subject is going to enliven other people and convince other people of the possibilities, etc., etc. So your power is where your joy is. Follow your bliss. And any chance you get, expand your horizons. If there's, like, if you just, even what's coming into my head is even like a vocabulary word a day or something. And in some small step, like once a day, learn one new thing. Every day, expand just one new bit of knowledge. Because that will build. It's like in reverse, horse is kind of in the pen, and like it's crowded, it's stifling, and you need to run. So bust out of the stable and claim your freedom, whatever is holding you back. There is no one more powerful. There is no one who knows better than you what you came to this planet to do. So do that, whatever it is that brings you joy, and run. Run with it. That's where your power. And as you run, you're going to inspire other people. You expand, you open your heart. And like I said, it's contagious. And other people, not necessarily to follow in your tracks, but as you enjoy your own passions, you awaken the passions in other people, even if they're far-flung, equally as weird things that you're not interested in, right? So know that, how do I put this? You are the power in your life. You and your connection to Creator, that alignment, however you think of that, that's your only source of power, and nobody and nothing has the power to box you in. Like, was it Eleanor Roosevelt who said something about no one can make you, I don't remember the exact words. Again, I'm not real good at quotes, even though I quote things all the time. But no one can make you feel inadequate without your permission. Whatever barriers, whatever is stifling you, it's like just a change of perspective in order to shift that and to find that open gate. Someone left the gate open and you are free, right? So claim your freedom, claim your power. You are just as divine as anybody else. No one else has any more power than you. No one is more important than you. You and your connection to Spirit, to Creator, is the only source of power in your life, and that's all that matters. No one else has any say in who you are and what you do. So like one of my, okay, so I guess I was like, my phone is really low and I've got to kind of be brief, but I keep going on tangents. It's reminding me, one of my very favorite movies is called The Electric Horseman with Robert Redford. And he basically is this washed up rodeo cowboy. And he ends up, he's in this Vegas show on this award-winning racehorse. And they've got the horse all souped up on drugs and stuff to calm it, and on steroids, etc. And it kind of like that was his breaking point, where it was like, this isn't right. And so he stole the horse basically and released it back into the wild. And it was like, what he told the horse before releasing it to this herd is that, you know, that wildness is still alive in you. It's in there someplace. You just have forgot it. And it's time to remember that wild spirit within you. To remember who you are, how far you have come, and how far all those dreams and passions that you still have to fulfill that draw you forward, running for that horizon. You're not running in desperation, but running toward that joy and that bliss, right? To fulfill what you came here to do. You only have forgot. It's within you. You just have to remember, okay? All right, I hope that's helpful, Ty. All right, we still have 2 spots open if anyone came in later and want to have a 1-card reading. All you have to do is comment yes. Blessed be Ty. I hope that's helpful. I hope that makes sense to you. You can do it. All right, Amaral is our next card, card number 2. Need a little more of a shuffle. Ha! All right. Okay, good. I'm glad that helped. Amaral, you had 2 cards come up. They're both in reverse, but reverse is not bad. You got bear and hummingbird. A lot of times when cards come up in reverse for me, it's not so much something you've done wrong or something you have to change. Oh, hi, Marcy. Gotcha. Yay. All right. So Amaral. So when cards come up for me in reverse, it tends to be more of either something whose time hasn't come yet. It's like It's in the wings waiting to come forward. And I think, so what I feel is going on here between these two cards, Bear is about introspection. So it's like right now there's a little more need for, well, like I said, introspection. If you think about the bear returning to the cave, which is the womb of the mother, right? Like returning to your essence, your origin, and it's time to go into the dark to dream, right? It's kind of like a miniature death and rebirth kind of point. But it's time to rest. It's time to look inward. It's time to dream about possibilities. You think about Bear sleeping away in the winter in the cave, dreaming about what she wants to find when spring comes. So she's like dreaming into existence the coming spring. So right now you're still in the cave. It's not time to act at the moment. It's time to just be. Solitude is a good thing right now. It's like drawing inward. Kind of like, what do they call it in AA? Like taking stock. I can't remember what the term is in AA. I have never been in AA, but I had friends. Inventory. That's it. Like taking an inventory of your life. You know, this is a stopping, not a stopping point, a pausing point. This is a pit stop. This is a rest area on the side of the road. And it's like it's time to pull off into the rest area and rest. Think about the road up to this point, who you are, who you've become up to this point. And from this point forward, where do you want to go? Who do you want to become? What is your destination? Do you want to continue forward, or do you want to go back, or do you want to change your destination? It's kind of like this is the time. It's like a womb time. It's in the womb, in the dark where every possible reality, every possibility exists. And so it's about playing and daydreaming about possibilities. What is it you want? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to learn? Who do you want to be when you grow up, right? Because you're getting ready for a rebirth. You're getting ready. It's like, again, think about Bear going into the cave, like, you know, before Bear goes into the cave, she like gorges herself, right? So she's heavy and sluggish, and she's getting tired and groggy, and so she like pulls herself into the cave where it's dark and she's almost lethargic and goes into that hibernation stupor to dream. And you're coming through that point. You're like, so you're just like Bear eating off, you know, like all the fat that she has built up, all of the stores of nutrition she has built up in herself. That is what's feeding her now. That's what your past, how do I put this? This is interesting. This has never come up this way before. your experiences of the past are what are nourishing you right now as you pause in between steps. And you're getting to the point, it's not quite yet, you're almost there, but getting to that point where the stores are almost empty, you're starting to kind of rouse and getting a hunger. And it's kind of like, what are you hungry for? Kind of like I was telling Ty about following your bliss, following your passion. What passions have you starving? What are you starving to do? Because the sun is about to rise. The snow is melting. The spring is in the air. And you're just getting ready to burst out of the cave to discover new vistas and new horizons. New logs to roll over and find honey and bugs and new picnic baskets and all kinds of different things, right? So, right now there's no action. It's like right now is a time of resting, of stillness. And when you do come out of the cave, it's like, so hummingbird is joy. And in reverse doesn't mean that you don't have any joy. It's right now you are metabolizing all the things that didn't nourish you. You're releasing the past. You're integrating the past. You're metabolizing the past so that all you have left when you arise from the cave is joy. Hummingbird is the embodiment of joy. And think about going from the big mama bear to the teeny tiny hummingbird, right? All that you're releasing everything that is not essential to you, anything that does not bring you joy. Prioritizing the joy, following the sweet spots, you know? Living off the nectar of flowers. So that your entire life is about lightness, you know, in every connotation of the word. And by doing that, by dropping all that heaviness of the past, you become like, I always kind of think of hummingbird like, oh crap, what's it called? A gyroscope, right? Hummingbird is kind of like a little gyroscope. It's spinning, so it's always, at any moment, it can go in any direction. Hummingbird can even fly backwards, can hover, they can zap all over the place. They're unlimited in their directions. They're unlimited where they can go, what they can do. So, allow yourself to rest. Allow yourself to drop the things that held you back in the past, because you are meant to fly. You are meant to show your true colors. You're meant to shine, to radiate, like hummingbird with all these beautiful jeweled feathers and not effervescent. Well, effervescent, that works too, right? You are meant to shine. So these aren't in reverse because you're doing anything wrong. These are in reverse because this is what's happening. This is where you are right now. It's not quite time to emerge from the cave. But when you do, there's no holding you back. All right? I hope that makes sense. So technically, if people are following the note, that was card 2. Iridescent. Thank you, Marcy. That was the word. An effervescent iridescence. That's it. So, I hope that's helpful, Amaral. We got a twofer. Alright. So, Sage is next. And Sage, I wanna make an appointment with you, get a reading with you with your wagon in your backyard, in your garden. I can't wait. All right. So this is card number 3. And if anyone has come in late, I have 1 spot left. I do 6 1-card readings. I've only got 5 people so far, so I noticed a couple more people coming in. So if you would like a 1-card reading, next one up is the last spot. All right, Sage. Nope. All right. I know this one's come up for you before, Sage. Oh, awesome, Emerald. Oh, I'm so glad that made sense. I'm so glad that's perfect. Awesome. You are so welcome. My pleasure. All right, so Sage, you got Moose in reverse. Everything's coming up reverse tonight. Okay. You've had this one before, haven't you, Sage? So Moose is self-esteem. Moose medicine is what I like to call majestic dorkiness. And what I'm feeling, Sage, okay, I know you've been growing and expanding and doing all this beautiful work, and Moose in reverse is saying, don't stop. It's kind of like it feels like that kind of thing, like, okay, I made it this far, this is enough, right? And it's like, what I'm hearing in my head is keep going until it's uncomfortable, and then go even further. That doesn't mean you can't appreciate how far you've come or what you've accomplished. But it's like keeping that momentum going. It's almost like I don't like this phrase so much, but that make it till you, or fake it till you make it. But it's not so much faking it as you were meant to be seen. And it's like, just hit the 20% mark, so I have to hurry up before my phone dies. Never settle. Right, no more invisibility. You are meant to be seen. And don't judge yourself, whether for the good or the bad, by how others react to you. Don't judge yourself, you know, If things don't seem to be going well, oh well. If things are going great, oh well. You know, it's kind of that Taoist story about the farmer who was so poor he only had one horse, and one day that horse ran away and all his neighbors were, oh, that's so bad, I'm so sorry. And the farmer was like, we'll see. And the next day the horse came back leading a whole herd of horses, and his neighbors were all like, that's awesome. And the farmer's like, we'll see. The next day his son was trying to tame some of the horses, and he got bucked off and broke his leg. And all his neighbors, oh, that's so bad, I'm so sorry. And the farmer's like, we'll see. And then the next day, the emperor's army came through looking for men for the military, and because he had broken his leg, the son wasn't taken. And all the neighbors were, yay, that's so awesome. And the farmer's like, we'll see. It's kind of like that following who you are. Your value and your worth is not dependent on what happens to you or around you, what other people say or do. Your value and your worth is eternal. It is unchangeable. It is beyond I'm lost for words. Nothing anyone says or does, nothing that happens in the world can change who you are or your intrinsic value and worth in this world. And the other part of Moose in Reverse can be, it's time to celebrate yourself. It's like you keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't settle, but also celebrate the little victories. Give yourself the credit you deserve for every little accomplishment. And be your immutable worth. That's exactly the word I was looking for. You must be psychic. Thank you. But it's really about remembering your majesticness, crown and all, whether anyone else sees it, no matter what happens, no matter what obstacles you encounter, none of that matters. None of that changes who you are or your worth. Stand tall, even in times of discomfort or uncertainty. Sometimes, especially for those of us who are teachers, readers, healers, etc., we teach more through our trials that we encounter and how we handle them with grace, not stepping out of our integrity, and we teach more by our example and how we handle those kind of things, rather than just always being, pure light and love and all of that kind of thing. Does that make sense? Stand tall and be as weird as you can. Yeah, so I hope that's helpful. I hope that's helpful. All right. So we have two more. I've got a spot, one more spot if anybody who came in late wants a one card reading. I'm trying to go through pretty quick since my phone is in the throes of death. Yes, fly that freak flag daily. And know that the changes you make in the world, the healing you do in the world, the teaching you do in the world is not informational. Hi, Jaslyn. I'm taking that as a yes. I gotcha. Realize that who you are and what you do, no matter what words are coming out of your mouth, no matter what you're, doing readings and stuff, more than the information coming through. Hey, Roulette! It's who you are that makes the real change, that does the real healing, that does the real teaching in the world. Okay? All right, Jenny, you are next. Card number 4. Good to see you, Roulette. Hey, Melanie. Okay. Jenny. Bear jumped out again in reverse. All the cards are reversed tonight for some reason. So Jenny, it's like, of course, this was one of Emerald's cards earlier, but for you is like definitely rest, but it's like I feel like there are some huge shifts and changes going on. You may be feeling disconnected from the world. You might be feeling dark, even depressed and lethargic, or like lack of motivation. And it's okay. It's kind of like give yourself a break. Allow yourself, there's nothing wrong with you, okay? There is nothing wrong with you. And you are not doing anything wrong. You are not being punished. Sometimes when we have shifts and changes going on so deep inside ourselves, it's kind of like when when you have a big meal and then you just can't keep your eyes open. You have to sleep because all that energy is going to digesting what you just ate. It's like you're in this process of integration, metabolizing, changing direction. And so, of course, on the surface, you don't have as much radiance and energy and vitality that you think you should have, right? Our society teaches us that we should be, whiz bang all the time. And if we slow down or we're disinterested or we need to rest, there's something wrong with us. That is not the case. Your spirit is diving to such a depth right now. It really is like a a death and rebirth. But it's you are in the process of connecting to parts of yourself that you didn't even know existed. It's like delving deeper than you ever have before. So just like Bear, trust that springtime is coming. Right now, this feelings, this isn't going to last forever. I promise you, as one who has been there. I went through at least like a decade plus of anxiety, depression, panic attacks, and we kind of become our own worst enemy, right? Because we start judging, what's wrong with me? Why can't I do that? I used to be able to do this. It's like, give yourself a break. Allow yourself to be exactly how you are. Right now is a time of self-nurturance, to taking care of yourself. Doing whatever soothes you. You'll spend a lot of time resting. But know that this is not forever. That spring will come. And then it'll be, you know, look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Be dancing and jumping around and just amazed at the bounty of blessings that have come your way. It's gonna happen. It is gonna happen. You are gonna wake up one day, the sun will be shining, and you're gonna be, there I am. It'll be like a reawakening. It's like a revitalization, like the inner child, just like a bear cub, just running and playing and tumbling. Trust your path. Trust your guidance. Be easy with yourself, okay? Forget about your worry and your strife. Exactly, Roulette. So, I hope that makes sense. Know that you're not alone. I came through that kind of thing, and anyone, if I can do it, anybody can. And Bear is the original mother goddess, the original deity worshipped by humankind. So the cosmic mother is watching over you. Right now you are in the womb. You are safer now than you have ever been. Just like before you're born, you're the safest in your mother's womb than at any other time in your life. Right now, the cosmic mother is holding space for you. Will not let anything happen to you, okay? You are safe. You are watched over. You are protected, okay? Okay. All right. I hope that helps. How are we doing? Okay. So, Marcy, you are next. Can we beat the clock? Can he do 6 readings before his phone dies? Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities are Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, I couldn't be fonder of my dear sweet home. You're welcome, Jenny. I really hope that helps. I hope that resonates. It's kind of like I get this performance anxiety, like I have no idea if this even makes sense or if this even resonates or is applicable or anything. So, all right. Marcy, my friend. %, warning. You got alligator, Marcy. Ha ha! And you were just paddleboarding today, I saw. Right? Integration. Okay, so what I'm getting, alligator, especially being upright, is that it feels like things have been falling into place. Like alligator just hanging out just below the water line with just her eyes, you know, on the side of her head so she can see the 360-degree panorama, her entire world, and seeing how every part of that world fits together. And it's like, it feels like a renewed appreciation of all the puzzle pieces and how they fit. Like saying, oh, that's how you get there from there. That's how they're connected. And really trusting that, like actually experiencing yourself as the center of your reality, as the glue that holds all your world, your personal world together. Look at that smile. Yeah, it feels like things have smoothed out. It's like just rolling on the river. It's like living in 3 dimensions, right? Alligator in the water can either go over things, can swim under things, can go around things. There's nothing holding you back. Exactly, you're in your happy space. That's what it's like. It's like a congratulations, a validation that you are in the right place at the right time, that things are more clear for you right now than they have been in a while. And you see how all the pieces fit together. So I hope that makes sense, Marcy. I hope that is true. I hope that's right. Thumbs up from the universe. I hope that makes sense, and I'm just moving along because I want to make sure I get the last card in. Okay, and also, okay, alligator's telling me, Marcy, that you've been able to, how do I put this? You've grown thicker skin, like things that used to get under your skin it just bounces off now. It's like you've got thicker skin, so nothing really bothers you like it used to. So good job. All right, Jaslyn. All right, Jaslyn. We got whale in reverse. God, a lot of people diving deep tonight. Whale is the record keeper of the earth. It's said that whale sings the history of the world in her song. And you know, water has memory, and it's almost like, you know, like the oceans are the library of the world, and Whale is the librarian. And I never personally have worked much with the Akashic Records, but I feel like it might be time for you to investigate the Akashic Records, and that has never come through before. I have never said that to anyone, because I don't know enough about them to recommend it, but it's coming through now. Like, it's time for you to look into like the Akashic Records to really unravel your story, not just from this lifetime, but like from the beginning of time itself. Like going to the Akashic Records and downloading who you were, what you did, and coming back and singing your song. Yeah, I think there's a book in you that needs to be written. So when Whale comes up, I always recommend people journal if they don't already. But I'm like feeling really strongly like if you know how to do automatic writing or something like that, or you can do guided meditations or even shamanic journeying to access the Akashic Records, find out your own story, like almost like a filmography, like a, yes, thank you, that is exactly what I'm saying. It's like this deep dive into the ocean. What is your source? What is your origin? Where have you come from? What have you been? Who have you been? What have you come through? Kind of like a filmography, like an actor, and going through all their films, who they were and what they accomplished as the characters in those films. And it's kind of like making a record of your story through all these different incarnations and basically digging into where you came from. It's like your own personal North Star. This is actually Sirius, which according to mythology is where Whale came from. So Whale always has his bearings, always knows where home is, and that's what helps to allow him to to dive so deep. And so it's like finding your bearings, knowing where you came from, and then singing that song, singing your personal song, because the world needs your story. The world needs your song. So not only will it be helpful for you, empowering for you to really learn who you are beneath all the characters you've played, but it's going to help other people wake up to their same truth and reality. Does that make sense? Wow. Wow. So you have your marching orders. Like it's like your mission if you choose to accept it. Haha! Awesome. It's like find home. Where's home? Let's see. Let me check. Down to 5%. So I think I'm going to end it there. Normally I do an extra card for, well, okay, fine. I wasn't going to do a extra card for everyone, but I will. All right. So the card for everyone, whether you've got a one card reading or not tonight, is turkey. Don't laugh. You're welcome, Roulette. Turkey is an embodiment of Mother Earth. Turkey is abundance. Turkey is bounty. And it's reciprocity. When turkey comes up, it's a sign that, how do I put this? The universe has recognized your gifts. It's time for you to recognize your gifts and to share them and to find them coming back. It's that reciprocity, like the infinity symbol, right? You give and it comes back. It comes back, it strengthens you so you have more to give. And then more comes back. And so it's time, it's safe to share your gifts. It's safe to give of yourself. The world needs your gifts. You're so welcome, Jaslyn. Thank you for being here. I told the story about the year I went on a vision quest, and my whole intention for the vision quest was to see if I was ready to be a full-time shaman, to do this work full-time. And the first day, nothing happened. The second day, had a whole parade of turkeys walk past my campsite, and I just started bawling because the message I got was, you know, the environment is safe. The environment can support you in giving your gifts. It's safe for you to share your gifts. It's safe for you to be who you are. It's safe for you to do what you came here to do. It's time. And the world needs you. The universe, the world sees you and has made your world safe for you to be able to give your gifts. Okay? All right. So, before my phone dies, you're welcome, Valerie. Before my phone dies, I just want to remind you that I am always here. You can visit my website at perchingwolfstudios.net, and I am here to support you on your spiritual path, your spiritual journey, whether it's through readings or classes, teachings, mentoring, or healing. You can visit my website and see all the different shamanic services I offer. Let me know what I can do to help. My job is to support my community who support me. It's turkey. It's the reciprocity, right? You support me and I support you. It's beautiful. What else? And I am going to share this to my Facebook page. I'm also going to upload this video to my Perching Wolf Studios YouTube channel. So if you ever need guidance, if you ever want to sit in sacred space for a pipe ceremony, I have tons of videos up on my YouTube channel. And you can check that out, subscribe, and like you need some guidance, just get on there, just randomly choose a Monday mini medicine card reading and watch it and see what comes. I promise it will be pertinent. So what else? Oh, and because I am a full-time shaman, this is my day job. I love my job. So I will, when I share this, I will have my PayPal information under this video. So I gratefully accept anything that you would like to donate to support your local shaman. So grateful. Thank you. Thank you for your support by watching this. Thank you for your support by sharing this video. And I will see you next week. I better go before my phone dies. Thank you everyone for joining me. And until I see you again, know that I love you, that I see you, and that I honor you. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Go shining. Bye.